Welcome back. So right now we have this bogus field right here, the Dingo properties field. I'm going to remove that. Instead, what I want is actually a way for me to start uploading images for a product. So I kind of want a way to start adding these guys and then adding an image at the same time. And we're going to try and figure out how we can do that. So let's try first of all to jump into Firebase right here, because I want to of course upload my images to Firebase. Since I'm using the Firebase database, why not also start using the images, the storage setup on Firebase, so I can start storing my images there. It just makes sense. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to try and figure out a way to kind of on each product, I'm going to have a list over here of different images that belongs to the product. Now I'll start with just a single one. So I'll start out with only one. It doesn't matter how many, later we can try and expand it. So the goal is kind of to have an ID here for an image that kind of points over here to the storage where the ID will then be stored. So that's kind of the goal for my setup right here that we're going to build in the next couple of lessons. This first lesson, all I kind of want is just a file chooser right here, just to show you how simple it is to add one of those. And then the next couple of lessons we'll start mapping it up into Firestore. So first of all, let's just try right here to go into Angular Fire 2 and see if they have anything about the file storage. And if you scroll down, you'll notice that we have Firestore that we already work with now right here. But if you scroll a bit further down, you'll see there's upload files, and that's actually about cloud storage. I'll jump down here and we'll have a look. Now it seems that I need a new module, so let's just start there. I'm not going to this lesson to start using storage module yet, but you need this module first. I'll just keep scrolling, because next lesson I'll do it again. I'll just keep scrolling. This is the one I'm looking for, because what I really need is just a place where I can start actually getting uploading my file to get an input type, right? And this is how you make an input field in HTML. You add the type file and then you'll get a file chooser. It's that simple. So let's try and do that in our code. I'll jump into the list HTML component right here. I'll remove that hideous label we have available, and I'll just add this guy instead as the actual file chooser right here. And that's how simple it is in HTML to make a file chooser. So it's really simple. Now it seems that we are actually using a method right here. You're using the change event, and then you're hitting an upload file method. Now I don't have that, so let's just try and add that method. I'll just copy paste it right here, then it's easy for you to do the same if you want to. And I'll jump into the list component TS file right here, and I'll just paste it in. So this is actually my message right here. Now let's remove all of this because I don't want to add it yet. I just want to kind of see if I can get the file. So I'll add the debugger right here in the end, just to kind of see what we're getting from this file chooser right here. Now again, let's jump back to the HTML just to show what's actually going to happen. We're going to, every time we make a change, every time we select a new file, we're going to trigger this event, right? And then that event is going to hit this method right here, send in the actual event that was triggered. And in that event, we can actually, inside the TypeScript file, we can actually go and pull out target.files and actually get the files that was selected, right? So that should work now. So let's try and see what actually happens if we jump into our application. Now notice there's a file chooser now. It wasn't there before. I'll click it and it'll pop up with my file chooser. Now right here I'm inside all my different videos I'm making. I can pick any of these files and I can just say choose. And you'll see I jump back here and now the file is chosen, right? So that's how simple it actually is to use a file chooser inside HTML. So it's very, very simple. Now we didn't hit the breakpoint, so let's just try and do it once more, because I want to show you the actual breakpoint when I do this. And I choose file again, I select the file, and you'll see as soon as I do choose, that event will be triggered, and now I actually have the file right here. And you see I have the name of the file, when it was modified, the size, the type, and we're going to use some of this to actually upload this to Fire Storage later on. But that's it for this lesson. Now you guys have seen how easy it is to actually add a file chooser to your HTML, and how easy it is to actually get that actual file you just chose into your TypeScript file, so we can now start using that file when we want to save our actual setup right here. So that's it for this lesson. See you next time. Have fun.